Hello and welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're going to be covering Google Tag Manager link click tracking. We'll track specific links as well as just all links on the website and how to find links. So to begin, what we're going to do and start with here is just starting with our basic all links trigger. So you'll go to your triggers, create a new one. You'll go to just links and you'll just leave this as all links. I'll just call this links and we'll save that. So what this does is this is just a catch-all trigger for literally every link on your website. So whenever somebody clicks on a button that has a link, a hyperlink, whatever other way you might have a link on your website, this will fire. Um, Not many people would typically track this as an individual event itself, but it can be used as a good way to find links at scale. And I mean, sometimes too, you might want to track all of your links, but for now, what we're going to use this for is just to find links on our website. So we'll publish this first. And you're going to want to preview your website. And so why this is good is essentially you can go through and you can click all of these buttons that have links on them. So I'm going to start with just clicking this pricing button on my website. This is just an in link. It's just going to bring me to another page on my own site, but it's still a link, brings me to this URL. And so if we go to our preview mode here and we look at this link click action that occurred, this is what happened when we clicked on that pricing button. If we go to variables, we actually see the click URL here. And so this is an easy way to just find what the URL is, the click URL is of whatever you clicked. You can use this all triggers, all link trigger, and then you can find the actual URL here. This is good when you're trying to find multiple links. So I can, click through and click a couple different buttons. And now I'll have a number of different link click buttons, right? And we'll see, okay, well, we had a click URL here, one here, and so on, right? This is, it helps things when you're trying to find multiple links across your website and all at once. This is an efficient way, but maybe sometimes you don't need to do that. Maybe you only need to find a single link. Another really good way of doing that is just right-clicking on your site, pressing inspect. Using this little element selector here, you'll go and hover over the button where your link will be, and you can find it after the href. It is the href tag, and this is the value right here, this URL. Accidentally just move that, that's okay. Do that. And so you'll always find that link just inside the HTML, and you can just copy it directly. And then finally, the other easiest way to do it is if you just click on the link or the button, and then you just copy it from the URL there. I find that can be a bit slow if you're trying to find multiple links, so I prefer the former two. But what do you do once you have a link that you want to track? So we take this and we can go back to our preview where we had some link clicks, and say we want to track whenever somebody clicks on this contact link, right? For context, this is the contact link. It goes to a contact page. And so I want to know whenever somebody clicks this button, or not necessarily even just this button, when somebody clicks a button that has this URL, the contact one, I want to be able to track that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to copy the page path. I like to copy the page path at least, and then we'll create a trigger around it. So we'll do a just links trigger again, but this time we're going to choose some links. We'll want to choose the click URL. And if this click URL doesn't show up for you, just find it in your variables and you'll just choose it from here under the built-in variables. And then we'll do contains, and then I'll just put that page path. And this we'll name just links, contact us. And so now this is essentially going to fire whenever somebody clicks on a link that has that contact page path to it. So putting it together, we might create a GA4 event for it. You'll add your measurement ID here. I had mine as a constant variable. You can just add your measurement ID directly in here. It doesn't really matter. We'll call this contact underscore click. We'll attach our newly created contact us trigger to it. Name our event. And then we'll save. And now we'll submit this. And then we'll want to run one more test. And then we will click on this contact button. And then we'll see right here that our contact click had fired successfully on the link click. So yeah, this is a really great tool. Just be careful, obviously, when you're creating something or anything with it contains. If you wanted to be more exact, you would just go to the variable again and you'd copy the entire URL. And you'd go back and you could just make it an equals, and then you'll just copy the entire URL of it. Either or works. Typically, the equals is probably a more safe path to go rather than contains. That's just me. In some instances, maybe the contains works for you. So for me, I have a couple links that will lead to my web app, and the web app all has the same subdomain of app.emailclicks.insights.com. It might lead to the sign up, it might lead to login, and maybe I just want to measure people going from my site to my actual to my web app here. And so we'll just copy that and we'll change it to contains. And so now what this would do is it would track whenever somebody clicks on a link that actually just has this subdomain. And so that's just another way to track and just another way to use the contains or equals trigger. And we'll save that. Submit. So exit out of those and we'll preview it one more time. So now previously we clicked that get started link. I'm going to click this login link now. So same thing, different page path, but it does have the same subdomain, and that's what we're tracking. So if we check this out, now we can see that this contact click has fired. This was based off of the trigger event that we had for any click URL that contains the app.emailclicksinsight.com subdomain, and it'll fire on any of those. So hopefully that was all helpful. This pretty much covers everything about the link clicks trigger that you will need, but if you have any questions, just leave them down below.